Greetings, true believers, and welcome to another pulse-pounding episode of History of the Marvel Universe. This time, we're talking about the alien dictator of Planet X, Kurrgo, who first appeared in Fantastic Four number 7 in 1962. Kurrgo's homeworld, later identified as Xanth by the official Handbook of the Marvel Universe, was seemingly in its final days of life as an enormous rogue asteroid hurtled through space towards the defenseless Planet X. With only 2 crafts capable of interstellar travel and over 5 billion people to save, Kurrgo hatched a plot to save his people. A crimson flying saucer took flight and quickly carried Kurrgo's robot servant to Earth with the intent of abducting the world-famous super team, the Fantastic Four. Once the robot arrived on the unsuspecting Earth, it used a beam of alien energy to locate its quarry. After tracking its prey to the nation's capital, the mechanical behemoth sent out a strange signal, causing people to turn against each other, including turning the American government against the beloved super team they had moments ago been honoring. The Fantastic Four, Reed, Sue, Johnny, and Ben, fled using their Fantasticar to take to the skies with the Xanthian saucer following quickly behind. Unable to outmaneuver the alien pursuer, Mr. Fantastic brought their incredible aircraft back to the Baxter Building to give his team home field advantage in case of a resulting struggle. However, rather than fight, the robot presented an ultimatum. Return with it to Planet X, or remain outcasts on Earth forever. With seemingly little choice in the matter, the Fantastic Four reluctantly agreed and boarded the ship bound for the distant planet Xanth. Upon arriving, the terrestrial super team met the unopposed ruler of Planet X, Kurrgo. Kurrgo explained the planet's plight and warned that if the Fantastic Four could not save his world in the 24 hours before its destruction, then they would die along with Xanth. When it seemed they had no choice but to comply, Reed Richards, the brilliant Mr. Fantastic, immediately got to work. The solution he came up with was to use a reducing gas to shrink Planet X's population down to ant size so that one ship could carry all of the world's inhabitants to safety. Astute Marvelites may have guessed that this gas is in fact the same formula developed by Dr. Henry Pym, the original Ant-Man, as Marvel Saga number 5 confirms that Richards was one of the few men that Pym had trusted with his secret formula. However, as the Xanthian refugees were shrunk down and loaded onto the ship, Kurrgo hatched a sinister plan. By keeping the enlarging gas to himself, he could ensure that only he returned to full size upon finding a new world, and would be a god among his people. However, Kurrgo's stubbornness in clinging to the enlarging gas is what caused him to lag behind as Planet X crumbled around him. While the Fantastic Four used the Xantha saucer to return to Earth, the master of Planet X was left on a dying world as his shrunken minions blasted off into space to start anew, free from Kurrgo's tyranny. And for one final bit of irony, Mr. Fantastic didn't actually make any enlarging gas, and the canister that Kurrgo so desperately clung to was actually empty. However, it seems Kurrgo escaped his apocalyptic fate and returned over a decade later in the pages of Marvel Feature number 11 in 1973. Mere moments before the destruction of Xanth, Kurrgo's nearly indestructible machine servant carried the mad dictator off to a hidden third spacecraft, allowing the two to escape. Kurrgo spent years looking for his lost people, but when he finally found them, he found that he was unwanted. The miniature Xanthians fought back against Kurrgo, driving their former master away from their new home. However, Kurrgo would not take such an affront in stride and hatched yet another sinister plot. Kurrgo traveled to planet Earth where he intended to capture and enslave the planet's mightiest mortal, Ben Grimm, aka the Thing of the Fantastic Four. But the alien dictator soon discovered there was one who was said to have even more strength than the Thing. The Incredible Hulk. However, Kurrgo's plans were intercepted by the leader, a man who, although paralyzed at the time, was still dangerous due to the super intellect granted by his gamma-irradiated brain. The leader desired the Hulk for his own nefarious purposes, and so the two villains decided upon a wager. They would pit the Thing and the Hulk against each other in mortal combat, with Kurrgo betting on the Thing and the leader placing his wager on the Hulk. Whoever won the bet would earn the right to capture and enslave both monsters. And so the Thing was transported to an old abandoned town and told that an Ultrex bomb had been planted on the other side, and that if it wasn't disarmed within 30 minutes, it would explode and take the Earth with it. Although this was in the end another bluff, when the Hulk was warped in next to the Thing, angry and swinging, Grimm had no choice but to fight back. Despite the fact that Kurrgo cheated by sending a constant stream of cosmic energy to increase the Thing's strength, the Incredible Hulk maintained the upper hand during most of the fight. However, the Thing was able to knock down his stronger opponent long enough to find the leader's bomb and discover that it was in fact a fake. After that, the battle was deemed over and the Hulk was beamed up to Kurrgo's ship with the Thing hanging on for the ride. Although the Thing had proven helpless against Kurrgo's robot slave in their first encounter years earlier, it seemed the machine was no match for the combined strength of the Thing and the Hulk. In fact, punching the mechanical monster into the delicate circuitry started a chain reaction which caused the ship to explode, mere moments after the two superhuman powerhouses escaped. While the leader survived to challenge the Hulk many more times, that was the last anybody ever saw Kurrgo, the former master of Planet X. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and share it on your favorite social media platforms. As always, the issues referenced in this video are listed in the description below if you would like to read them for yourself, along with links to my various social medias, like my Twitter, where you can see art, updates, and upcoming streams. So until next time, true believers, Excelsior!